She wanted a little girl to treat like a little princess, to dress up. I think she wanted somebody that she could raise as her own and maybe get back what she didn't have.
She had this trunk at the edge of her bed, and she would pull it out, and everything was for a baby girl. She wanted a baby girl. Something she longed for, something she wanted.
And Danny Lynn came, and that was her dream.
I was so happy for her. I was just so happy for her.
But only 5 months later, Anna Nicole was dead.
She left behind a man who loved her and a daughter she never got to see grow up.
I have a daughter who doesn't have a mom, and I have to paint a picture for Danny Lynn of who her mom was. I do it for Danny Lynn. We are headed to a little town called Mexia, Texas. Danny Lynn's a teenager now, and you know, she doesn't really know a ton of things about her mom. I thought, why not go back to Anna's beginnings and kind of see where Anna got her start? It's keeping her memory alive for my daughter. Mexia, population 7,459 people. Anna told me she always wanted to get out of there. But I am excited to meet Anna's friend, Joe. I'd never met her before. She kind of held the key to a lot of stories that I thought was important for our journey.
My name is Joe McLemore. Anna Nicole and I were best friends. So I'm really looking forward to meeting Danny Lynn for the first time. Oh my goodness, can I hug y'all?
Yes.
No,
yes.
Hi, so good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too after all this time.
Oh my goodness. You are your mommy. You look just like her. When I first met her, that's exactly what I remember, just like that. You're so beautiful. Anna Nicole Smith's birth name was Vicki Lynn Hogan. She lived in Houston with her family, but she did have problems in Houston.
Her mom, Virgie, is 16 when she gets married and gives birth to Vicki. The father, Donald Hogan, is soon out of the picture.
Vicki Lynn's mother, Virgie, was a deputy sheriff in Houston.
She carried herself like a deputy sheriff. She was very stern and forthright and very strict. Vicki's childhood life was tough.
She was in an abusive situation. She was sexually abused and physically abused. That's what she told me, and that's what she would cry about. I wasn't there, but I believe her.
She is sent to Mexia, this tiny, dusty town, to live with her Aunt Kay and her cousins. Mexia had nothing. Mexia was like being sent to the end of the world.
We had nothing in Mexia. We didn't have a bowling alley. We didn't have anything. What we did is, it was called the drag. And you go up and down the street, and you drink beer, and you talk to people, and hang out the window, hello, and things like that. That was it.
This is the house where Anna Nicole lived with her aunt and her cousins. As you can tell now, it's vacant.
2-bedroom, but we made the porch into a 3-bedroom, a 3 little bedroom.
She moved hoping for, a better environment for herself, and at that point, we invited her to come live with us. So this is the high school where your mommy went, Mexia High School.
This would be her 10th grade year.
Yes.
That was her last year in school too, I think.
It was. When she went to school here in Mexia, she was miserable. She was having a hard time with being bullied. At that point, I think, after all she'd been through, all the struggles in her life, she was finally fed up and she said, you know what, I'm done. And she said, I'm quitting. I don't want to be here anymore. And we actually went and picked her up the day she walked out of the school, and she never went back. So this is where your mama and I used to hang out. We'd come over here after work or between, the shifts and just cruise through here.
Was there anything else to do with?
Yeah, there's nothing else to do here, Danny Lynn. There's no movie theaters. I mean, there wasn't Starbucks or anything. Basically, the main place to eat was Crispy's.
Give me directions to Jim's Crispy Fried Chicken.
Getting directions to Jim's Crispy Fried Chicken.
This is Crispy's. You can already smell the chicken.
You can smell it. They're not even opening, you can smell it.
It's so great. So I was working here, and she would come in every day and she'd order a large drink, but she always looked really sad to me.
Sad?
Yeah, she always looked very, very sad. But when she started working here, we immediately headed off, and one of the memories I have of her is we'd sit here together and stare out the window and just watch traffic go by. She was so perfect to me, perfect face. And I would tell her, you're so, so pretty.
She gets pretty sweet on the guy who runs the Fry-O-Lator, whose name is Billy Smith. And so before you know it, she and Billy Smith are an item, and not much longer, Billy Smith marries Vicky and makes her Vicky Smith.
Billy was also a high school dropout, and they were so young. He was 16, she was 17, and then she had her son when she was 18.
I thought to myself, I'm so lonely. And I thought, well, if I have a baby, I'll never be lonely again. And I had my son, and I'm not lonely, and I love him, and he's great and wonderful.
Her and Billy started having problems. They couldn't make things work out. So she decided, I'm leaving. She left Billy.
Vicky leaves her husband and decides to move back to Houston with her mom, Virgie. She has barely a 10th grade education. She has work experience at a fried chicken restaurant, and she's now a single mom with no other apparent skills.
She works a little at Walmart, and she works a little at Red Lobster, but they don't earn a ton of money. So what she does is walk into a gentleman's club and ask if she can get a job.
There were a number of strip clubs near the Walmart where she worked, and one of them had a big blue and white sign that had a woman in a bikini.
I would drive by the work every day, and there was this big neon sign. It was blue and white, and it had this lady in high heel shoes, and she had the bikini on, and it would flash tiptoe and back, tiptoe and back, like that. And I was like, oh, how neat. I didn't know it was topless, though. I didn't know anything about that.
You must have been pretty naive.
I was, trust me.
Vicky may have been naive, but she was about to learn a lot very quickly.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.